In the days that followed the end of the world, few could have predicted the rust wind, a phenomenon that swept across Japan like a plague, choking the life from the land and its people and corroding flesh into brittle, iron sand. No one knows how the rust began, but one mushroom-wielding renegade known as Bisco Akaboshi, the man-eating redcap, is determined to bring about its end. He's the latest in a long line of mushroom keepers, and together with the dashing young Dr. Milo Nikoyanaji, the two will brave the horrors and wonders of the Iron Desert in search of the Rust Eater, a mythical mushroom rumored to have the ability to cure the ailment once and for all. Rust Eater Bisco is a 10-volume Japanese light novel series written by Shinji Kikubo with an anime adaptation by Studio OZ that adapts the first volume. A cheeky 12-episode high-energy action romp. This is an anime you watch for simple shounen fun. The story itself isn't anything complicated or super original, and to be honest, I think that works in the anime's favor. The biggest strength I can give to this anime is honestly the pacing. At no point while watching did I feel like we were moving too fast or too slow. The only time I really felt things got weird pacing-wise was episode 5, where we have this weird A-plot B-plot going on, which is admittedly done pretty clunkily but mostly meant to foreshadow a twist later on that I admittedly wasn't expecting. Because it's really stupid. But overall the anime just has this energy it manages to keep for the entire runtime that had me hooked even if the plot veered into predictable cliches and nonsensical silliness. No thanks to the amazing voice acting and soundtrack that is very punk-inspired and gives the show this Mad Max feeling. I really did get reminiscent of tangy tasty gooey lagoon and Mad Lax while watching this, but thankfully this show isn't even close to as boring as Mad Lax. It's like a shorter Gurren Lagann with pretty boys. I have shit taste, and watched this in English because I speak English, and special shout out to Brandon McInnes who plays the blue-haired pretty boy and Kyle Adnexy who plays the red-flavored pretty boy. Though the Baja Blast pretty boy is the subdued one of the other half, when the show has him step up to plate and be a true and blue Shounen protag, Brandon McInnes really delivers.
Kurakawa! You must be pleased you got a new body! And it's only slightly bigger than your old one! What, don't tell me you thought I was dead! Thought you managed to bring me down with you? Well, think again if your brain even lets you! You know my name, so let's hear you say it! You can curse it all the way back to hell! Because I'll drag you there till you stay dead!
You can just tell the two main leads are having a blast, which only enhanced the viewing experience honestly. I think he really has the best performance out of everyone here, followed by Kyle Adnexy. Kyle Adnexy has just this really unique sounding voice that I really do think fits the character and gives it this nice touch of personality versus if they went with some of the same like 3 voice actors Funimation tended to cycle through.
Bisco!
Hey! Over here! Get this! The big guy ran off on his own and discovered a female swamp crab! But without his big pincer, he got rejected. Don't you know, buddy? It's not the size of the claw that counts.
Seriously? I've told you countless times to stay put! Why can't you just do as I say?
Did you hear what I said about Octagawa getting shot down? Ooh, looks like I really pissed him off. If I don't apologize with a shit ton of food, he'll be sulky all night long.
No, come back!
He's also just a really good actor that has nice chemistry with Brandon McInnes' performance. I would love for him to voice in more stuff, because he was honestly great in this. Everyone else is just kind of okay to just sounding like their bog standard performances, but I think that's because there's just not much for them to work with script-wise. Josh Putnam voices 𝓤𝓷𝓭, the main villain of the show, and 𝓤𝓷𝓭 is such a generic villain, I would not have blamed him for phoning it in, but even if I'm not the biggest fan of his performance, he sounds like he's having a blast.
If you exchange 1, the trick to making the rust eater work, and 2, that red-haired imbecile you Neko-Yanagis are so bent on keeping out of my hands. Plain and simple. Just bring your partner down to the Shimobuki base and I'll arrange a nice little date for you both. Hope to see you sooner than later. Ciao.
The assignment was to be hammy as fuck and homeboy delivers.
He'll be alright. Steel crabs don't rust. That's quite the pile, though. Gonna be a real pain to dig him out.
David Novinsky, who voices Old Man Jobby, also having fun, and was a treat to listen to. Brittany Karbovsky voices Sassy Gremlin number 247 in this, which she delivers on.
What's that?
I found it at the Miyagi base when I went to pick you up. It's a Tetsujin manual. Hey, crabby much?
You should be focusing on the road. I'll read, you drive.
I can't drive like this! Let go! You want us to crush? It won't make sense to an untrained eye. Good grief, you are such a hothead. You sure Milo's related to you? Because I'm not.
The writing and characters aren't really anything to write home about, similarly to the manga where the expressive art carries the story by a lot. In the anime, the voice acting, script and music managed to carry this by a lot. 'Cause the animation is just kind of there. It's not bad per se, just kind of okay, and there are plenty of shortcuts taken, though I will give props to the dramatic action shots because occasionally they do look nice. Character-wise, we have an assortment of tropes. Red-haired Shounen protagonist. Blue-haired Bishonen pacifist. Big titty big sister. Old man mentor. Sassy female gremlin. The CEO of racism. Animal sidekick. And Kaiju Terminator. I'm not gonna lie, by episode 3, I was already won over by the two boys. They're not exactly complex. Which I think works for the story that's being told here. I want to save my dad and my sister from magically contracted AIDS. I don't need fucking Nick Carraway to do this. Blue Raspberry and Hawaiian Punch work for me. The anime's script is very snappy and quick, same with the story, which to some might mind since the plot kind of sorta gets resolved by like episode 10 to 11 and introduces the big bad's final form so that the final episode can walk back their version of Kamina's death for dumb action fun. Again, this isn't high art. It's stupid shounen fun with bad writing, but I had fun watching said stupid shounen. The last couple episodes really did feel RPG-esque, which I liked. Cherry Red dies to the evil CEO of racism via cheeky Terminator reference. From there, Blue Raspberry takes on the mantle after professing his love for him. You know your standard, will of fire, strength of our bonds, believe in the me that believes in you, my heart will go on, Shounen fair. And, I swear this is the most fun his voice actor had. He goes all in on hamming it up, and mimicking Cherry Kool-Aid's performance. He was into. I'm into it. Fuck it. For all I give a shit, we have a giant mech battle in space in order to determine if capitalism will continue to use and abuse the little guy. Instead, we get a Phase 2 boss with 𝓔𝓷𝓭 coming from the lava and arresting people with the goofiest sound effect for a laser beam.
Japan's destroyer. A big tottering relic won't get the better of us. All arms, prepare to engage! Fire! You enjoy that, asshole?
It's amazing. I was pleasantly surprised to find the show calling back to the places the boys visited. The world is very self-contained, and honestly I'm so used to the journey to point B in these types of shows not maturing or only getting a last episode cameo, that having the small cast it introduces all have relevancy in the last slew of episodes was nice. Everyone feels useful to a degree, the little Yuok people. The pink-haired mechanic chick. Surprisingly, the 𝓤𝓷𝓬𝓸𝓾 sister had plot relevancy to the story. I genuinely was expecting the story to forget she existed. But, nope. She mattered. Even the little lamplighter town full of NPCs fucking mattered in the end. That was nice. Is there fujobait? Yes. It's not super obnoxious, but there are just so many scenes where I encourage the homophobes to come up with a heterosexual explanation for half the shenanigans that go on in this show.
You and I are partners, right? Together we can go anywhere. We can beat anything.
That's right.
We'll stay close. We're bound by fate.
That's right.
Even in death.
That's right.
Hey, Bisco. Are you still there?
I haven't budged.
Would you please hold my hand?
Sure.
Are you still there?
I'm here. Sleep. Your body's had all it can handle. Rest is what you need right now.
Don't leave me, Bisco.
I'm not going anywhere.
So you'll be the first thing I see when I open my eyes.
I will.
It's so weird too because the show has the blue-haired 𝓤𝓷𝓬𝓸𝓾𝓰 sister cock-blocking fujos by reminding us that the two boys are actually super straight, but I really didn't need the forced romance.
I swear to God, I wanna just slip my wrist and end this bullshit. Throw the magnum to my head, threaten the bullshit.
I know they're super straight, not because of the forced romance, but because the blue-haired 𝓤𝓷𝓬𝓸𝓾𝓰 is pulling pussy in the first episode, and then when the pink-haired gremlin is introduced, she hops on his dick too. Everybody wants a piece of this blue-haired boy, and I don't blame them. Same with the love confession in episode 9.
I love you. Even after you're gone, that'll never change.
I love him too, Blueberry Crunch. But yeah, if you want a dumb fun fujobait shounen to watch, I recommend 𝓤𝓷𝓭 𝓣𝓱𝓸𝓾, which is also confirmed for a season 2. I give it a Randy my USB McClandy at medieval times.
So it was like a 7.5